Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. It is time for our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 405. Now, have you ever, maybe you are a baker or a cook and you've watched a cooking show and you've looked at something that they finished and you're like, man, that was good, or that looks good, or sometimes I'll watch those gingerbread, the gingerbread championships, and I'll see all of these women bringing in these magnificent gingerbread houses, and some of them you just are like, wow, that is good. Well, gosh, when I saw the product that I'm playing with today, I said, wow, that is good. You know, sometimes somebody just knocks it out of the park. It happens. and Clear Scraps absolutely knocked it out of the park with the product I have for you today. It is easy, it's affordable, it's actually practical. It is the gift that can keep on giving because you have so many options. And it's a craft that anybody can do, whether you are brand new to crafting, never picked up any of this stuff before, or you have been doing it as long as I have. Everybody will be successful with this. And if you give them as gifts, rock star. They will think you are a rock star, honestly. So I have got product from Clear Scraps for you. I have got product from Aladine. We'll be using their natural paints and IZink glitters. And I've got new product from Sizzix, at least new to us, that works well with some of the Aladine paint. Yes, and I've got paper favorites. There's just a lot going on in this YouTube. And before I get to, well, maybe I'll do winner chicken dinner really fast because y'all love winner chicken dinner. You want to know if it's you, don't ya? Okay, so every week we announce two winners to receive a $25 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. It is already in your online account. It is so easy for a chance to be a winner chicken dinner. You just have to hit the subscribe button. There's a little heart over there that says SMS. Hit the subscribe button. This girl is working on trying to get 100,000 subscribers. It is not as easy as you would think. It just isn't. And so we just keep being the little engine that could. Subscribe to the channel and then post a comment below. And I will approve that comment, and then you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. So why do I have to approve the comments? Because some of the comments should not be approved. It's just that simple. You know, polite, constructive criticism, absolutely. More than that, no, come on. If you wouldn't say it to my face, you probably shouldn't type it. So you post your comment below and I will approve it, and then you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. Again, we pick two winners every week. They are randomly selected and the live chat does not count. So if you're live chatting with me right now, don't forget to post your comment below. And the comment can be anything that makes your heart happy, as long as it's polite, kind, nice, whatever. Just keep it friendly. That's all we ask. All right, so last week with 404, that was the shrink plastic and the slimline stamps and making those cute little ornaments. Oh my gosh. Our first winner is Sandra. Hello, Sandra Gibbs. There you are. Congratulations. Bet you didn't think it was going to be you this week, did ya? But there it is, right there for you to see, and everybody else. But you're not alone, Sandra. We always do two. So the second winner is Tareen Ayers? Is that right? Tareen, is that Tareen? Yes, I'm going with that. But even if I'm wrong, you'll still forgive me because, well, you've just won $25 to spend on anything that makes your heart happy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. The $25 is already in both of your online accounts. Go spend it and find something fabulous that you would never do for yourself. Go ahead, it's okay. It's on me. Hello. All right, so now our winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner, wahoo, ka-choo, for you. All right, you guys, congratulations. And to the rest of you, well, if you don't post a comment, you're never gonna win. That is a for sure thing. Now, Clear Scraps, husband and wife team, they're not a mom and pop team, they're a grandma-grandpa team because, well, their children are older and now they have grandkids, so now they call them, we're a small mom and pop shop and they are a small grandma-grandpa shop. And Jim and Susan are just phenomenal, and the product that they have come up with is a holy smokes artichokes. Again, it is fun, it is affordable, it is easy, it is the gift that can keep on giving, it has got options. But then we also have Aladine and Sizzix in here as well. And I want to tell you, the product that I'm bringing in from Sizzix is very much like the natural paint we already have from Aladine. Yes, it's very beautiful product, well made. Both companies do a wonderful, wonderful job. It is an acrylic based paint. It is just, well, the natural paint is 80% natural, made out of natural product, but great product. So you may be saying, well, Stacy, why do you have both of them? I know we are not a typical online retailer. Most online retailers carry every product from every manufacturer, or at least a much larger selection than we do. I'm very picky about which manufacturers we buy from and what product we buy from them. And then I'm very loyal to a fault sometimes. And it's hard for me because I can't tell you, last week that the graphics plastic that we used, the Shrinky Dink, was the best Shrinky Dink I've ever used in my entire life. It's great. It's sanded beautifully. But can I tell you if I tell you it's the best that I've ever used and I'm comfortable using it, and then 2 months later, we bring in somebody else Shrinky Dink, and then I look at you and I say, oh wait, this is the best Shrinky Dink material I've ever used. And then 2 months later, somebody else comes out with Shrinky Dink and I bring it back in and they say, no, forget everything I said about those other companies. This is the best Shrinky Dink. That is so not me. I cannot do that. So when we bring a product in from a manufacturer, we kind of protect them. We try not to overlap too much. Now, dies and stamps, of course, that doesn't apply because every manufacturer has different designers working for them and there's never two that are the same. But we try not to overlap on lots of different inks or paints or glitters. We try to be loyal to the companies that help bring me to the dance, who help keep me in business, especially the last year and a half. It really became clear who really supported us and who was like, yeah, you're on your own, good luck. There were some manufacturers like, hey, too bad, you're on your own. Every man for themselves in the crafty world, and good luck. So, now that it was time to make some changes, I thought, okay, well, we're going to get rid of those people who were like, yeah, good luck, and really focus on the people who supported us and support you. So Sizzix brought out a paint. They did. They brought out a paint, and I'm very protective of Keep It Cool Kevin. So I've got Keep It Cool Kevin from Aladine, and I've got Victorious Victor from Sizzix. What's a girl to do? So, hi, Mr. SMS. So I had Sizzix send me all of their colors, and I looked at the colors. And we made colored charts, and I actually will have them to show you. Aladine has only so many colors of this, and Sizzix has only so many colors of that. And wouldn't you know, the colors don't overlap at all. It was like, oh, I can't have my cake and eat it too. When does that ever happen? So Aladine has got a whole assortment of colors, but you can't get any of these colors in the Sizzix brand. And Sizzix makes 15 colors, and none of the colors in Sizzix are the same colors in Aladine. So they work beautifully together because now I've got even a wider array of colors to give to you. So yay for that. And I'm so glad, because if the Sizzix product, if the colors were close enough to the Aladine, we would not have brought them in. I would have stayed true to Keep It Cool Kevin. But being that they are different and that they work together, they absolutely work together, I thought, okay, well, we all can play in the same pool. Now, I do not have an update for you for the warehouse sale yet. I gave you one last week. All of day two is being worked on. The first 200 orders are upstairs. Day one is finished being pulled. It might even be finished being shipped. So we're now working day two, and next week I will have an update as to what order we are on. The store reopening, well, please follow us on Facebook, even if you're not a member of Facebook. It's okay. You can still watch my videos and read my posts. You just can't leave a comment, but that will give you the updates as to where we are with the store. It's a slow progress. It just is. If I could take a week, a solid week, and not do anything else but focus on remerchandising and getting all the product in from the store, we probably could open in 2 weeks. But I can't take a week and do nothing but work on the store. No, we have to ship, we have to pull, we have to pack, we have to order. It is what it is. So, and the store, all the furniture isn't here yet. Our handyman Brian has demoed the bathrooms, and we're getting the bathrooms redone. So just know that when the store reopens, it will be beautiful, and it will have all the goodies that you have missed and wanted, and you'll be able to come see and feel and touch and pet the paper like I do, and it will be wonderful, but it will take more time. It is what it is, but we appreciate your understanding. Now, what do I have for you today? Well, I've got just a ton of fun, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna tilt on down, I'm gonna show you a couple samples and why it was so ingenious of Susan and Jim from Clear Scraps. I'm like, girl, you got game. When I saw it, I'm like, She's like, really, you like it? And I'm like, oh, I like it. She's just the nicest person ever, and we're about the same age, so we relate. Okay, although she's got grandkids, and mine are still at home and actually working for me, and I see them being home with us for quite some time, which is fine, which is okay. All right, I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. It's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Thanks for being here. Down we go. All right, and then let me kind of zoom a little bit on in. Zoom, 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 zoom. Get my tummy out of the way. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't know why. They just need to filter that. That just filters that right away. Okay. Look at how cute is this. Now you're saying, oh, that's not for me at all. Wait, don't turn me off yet. Trust me. Give me a chance. Okay, so Clear Scraps has put together these adorable little kits, but what makes them fabulous is how interchangeable they are. Now notice, my two bases are going to stay the same. My frame is going to stay the same. Are you ready? Hold on. Nope, I'm going to keep my frame the same. Let's pop that back in. Let's take out my Christmas tree and here, and let's pop in my school and here. And how cute, oh, it's a little down too far. Wait. How cute is that? Look at that. Isn't that so stinking cute? But wait, there's more. Put in winter, put in my little snowflake. Oh, look at there. Or I could take that out and put the tree in from the Christmas one and do that. I mean, options. I'm going to show you how they work, but I wanted to give you an idea of how these are used. One base, one frame, and then you change out as often as you would like what you put in front. I mean, holy smokes, you could do this a gift a month for somebody, and every month they get a brand new, because they've got, I want to say, I don't know, is there like, I don't know, 18 different add-ons that you can do, and there's 3 different frames. And so let me get started, but that gives you a good idea of what we're going to be working with today. So I'm going to put these over here. Wait till you see the samples. They are so cute. Okay. And then maybe I'm going to keep this. Well, we'll see. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Oh, there's that tummy again. Well, it is what it is, right? Right. Okay, so Clear Scraps. They have got 3 base kits. 3 base kits. The only thing that changes in the base kit is the frame. So, first one, it gets you the top and the bottom, but then it also gets you the scallop frame. The second one is more of the bracket top note. So same, top and bottom. This time it gets you the bracket that's going to fit in there. And then the last one that we have is the plain frame. So it really is up to you who you want to do these for and what kind of frame you want to do for them, because you're going to be able to make it so personalized, and then you're going to be able to add to it during the year. Or this could be on your desk, and you could have one for summer, winter, spring, fall. We've got plenty of the add-ons, but the base is where you start, and that's where we're going to begin. I wanted you to see how easy they are to put together and how easy they are to paint, and that the kit, it comes 1, 2, or 3. Now, what's the retail on these? $10. And then we have them at 20% off. So $8 gets you the whole little kit. I told you that they were affordable. I did. I meant it. This is a darling gift that anybody can make. These are perfect for the kids to paint. And then we get into all the fun little add-ons, but that's later. But for $8, my gosh, this is a great little gift to do for people if that's in your crafty budget. It's also a great little gift to give to people for them to do. They got time on their hands, right? Okay, well, maybe not as much as we used to, but still quite a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put those maybe right there. And I think I'm gonna start with a base. So you've got the 2 pieces that make up the base. Now you can use this one just on your own, and you don't have to use the bottom. I could put my frame right in that one if I just wanted to use a small base, and then I could put my word in there and everything else. Or I could just use my big base if I wanted and put my frame in there and my word in there. Absolutely. But the way it was intended is that you use the 2 together just to give a little more visual interest, just to give it a little more finished and polished look. So with that, I'm going to paint one of these. And I think I'm going to paint my bottom one with my, oh, it's still there. There, is that better? Okay, so I'm going to paint the bottom one with my Aladine IZink Diamond Paint. And I'm going to use maybe this color. So what is IZink Diamond Paint? If you haven't seen it before, it's a pouch, and this is not a printed label. This is transparent right here. So the color that you see through here is the actual color of the product. Oh yeah, that's good. So hopefully, can you see the product actually moving in there? Oh, maybe I can get that. So this isn't a printed image of that blue. That's clear, and that you can see the glitter actually moving in there. So it's kind of nice because you see what you're getting. Now, this glitter dries uber fast, and I tend to use my fingers with it. You can use a sponge or a paintbrush, but I'm big with my fingers. And I think I'm just gonna go. The nice thing about it is the coverage. It is amazing coverage, and it dries so fast. Now, if you're doing the base and you're going to use this base by itself, so I'm not going to put my top piece on, then I'm going to want to make sure that I cover every little bit of my wood. So this is a water-based product, non-toxic, kids can play with it, and like I said, wait till you see how quick it dries. If I'm doing, like I said, if I'm doing just the base itself all on its own, then I need to color the whole thing. If I'm going to put this one on top of it, then really all I need to do is cover the outside, because you're never going to see that. And if you're going to glue it down and keep it like that, well, then there's no point in wasting all that glitter for the inside. If I'm going to put this one right on top, well, that's really all I need to do. But if I'm thinking that I may want to use this all by itself, then I'm going to want to do, looky, it's almost dry. It's not moving, right? It's not like you have to sit there and wait for this to dry for a day or two. It's not like a Stickles where it's going to take time. This is a different formula for a glitter glue. You just want to make sure you get nice all over coverage, and any place you have a hole, you just come back and lay some more down. And in just a matter of a minute or two, not only do you have it covered, you have it covered and it's dry. When I first brought this glue or this glitter in, I was in shock because it dries like that. It really does. I'm going to want to keep my channels free of glitter, so I'm just going to run a little paintbrush down it, because I don't want anything blocking it, because I need those channels to hold in my little add-ons and my little frame. All right, well, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off and put this to the side. And yeah, we're almost dry. I know it's crazy that it's so fast, but it really is just that fast. It's almost dry. All right, let's move this over here. So that's one piece done. Now let's move on to our next. And this one, I think I'm going to paint with my Aladine. And what color do I want to use? How about this one? Okay, we'll give it a whirl. Ooh, it's pretty gray. Okay, well, let's try. Again, you can absolutely take a paintbrush to do this. If that makes your heart happy, make your heart happy. I'm a girl who maybe I was a big finger painter in kindergarten, because I've never stopped. I'm going to go in there and clean that out, and then wipe this down. Clean my brush. So a little bit of their paint from Aladine goes a long way. And again, the same thing. The color that you see is the color that it is. That's the nice thing about those little pouches, is that you're not guessing, is that paint really the color that I see? And it spreads nicely, moves nicely, and it dries quickly. So the owner of Aladine is he's a chemist and didn't necessarily come from the crafty world. Don't know how he got into the crafty world, but he sure is smart. And as a chemist, he knows what it takes to make things just work. So Fred is his name, and he's French. So it's probably Frederic. Just as nice as can be. But definitely a chemist, and looks at product from that angle, and then says, okay, this is what I can make. How would we use it? How would you use it? And they ask me that, actually, which is really nice. Keep it cool, Kevin. He is my guy at Aladine. He will bring out new product and say, well, now what would you do with this, Stacy? Okay, so I've got it covered pretty good, and it won't take long to dry. I don't know that I'm absolutely in love with the color combination. So how about we take a little bit of the Sizzix paint? Yeah? See? Look at that. So I put that on top of there. And if this was Stickles or anything else, it would have stuck and you would have had glitter all over. Look at that. Is that, it's wonderful. I don't know what he puts in it to make it dry so fast, but bless his heart for doing it. All right, so let's play with some of the Sizzix paint. Now, Sizzix has also come out with their own acrylic paint, and the IZink is their natural paint. So 80% of the ingredients are made from natural-based products, which is very nice. Sizzix, I'm not sure. I think it's just a really creamy, it's a very creamy matte finish type of acrylic paint, but a little goes a long way with both of them. I think I'm going to take, this is what they call, is this rose gold? Yes, this is their rose gold, which is totally different than Aladine's copper. They don't look anything alike. I'm going to take just a little bit on my finger. And I'm going to kind of play with it. And maybe kind of give this kind of a distressed look to it. So the two paints play well together, which is nice. And they both are very creamy, and it doesn't take much. So they both are going to last a long time. All right, so I've got some rose gold, okay? Victoria's Victor, this is way more like copper than rose gold, but okay, I think they're capitalizing on the rose gold trend. Not for me to say but it kind of isn't, but it looks more coppery. Okay, so now I'm just throwing some on there. I just want to get some color on there just to tone down a little bit of that gray, because now that's going to blend much nicer. Oh yeah. See, now that looks much nicer when it's on there. That comes out beautiful. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've got my base done, finished, ready to move on. Now it's up to you. What frame do you like? Do you like the bracket frame? Do you like the scallop frame? Or do you like just the plain square? Up to you. They've got 3 choices for you. I think maybe I'll do the bracket frame. So what I want you to see about the frame is that it's in 2 pieces, and one of these pieces is a little bit longer than the other one. See, a little bit longer. That's the piece that's going to fit inside the slots. It is super duper important that you do not, if you're going to cover it with paper, you do not cover this bottom piece with paper. Let's grab some. Let's see. What have I got here? Ooh, okay, so new paper from, love this paper. New paper from Paper Favorites. So I've got 4 new packs, and it comes in the 6x6 and the A2. So there's a musical pack. Ooh, right? There's the, I don't know what they're calling this. They're calling it, it's kind of weird, crosswords. If you look at it on this one, it's alphabet, but it's so small that it just looks like a really cool pattern. And then we've got some polka dotty, and then we've got the like distressed wood looking 6x6 and 6 and slimline size. So let's say I took, do we like this one, or do we like this one? See, this is what happens when you give me too many options. Maybe that one. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this one. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm not going to need to cover this entire thing because this is going to be put on the top of it. What I do need is I want to go ahead and put this on the back so that you see that paper as a backing, and then you can slide your photograph in, or you can maybe put something else in there besides a photograph. Maybe you've got a beautiful saying that you want to put in there, something that's inspirational, a stamped image that you want to put in there. It's really up to you. So all I have to do is trim this out. It doesn't even have to be beautifully trimmed because nobody's gonna see it. So let's go here. And come on, move. About there, let's try there and see what I get. A little bit big, but that's okay. All I gotta do is take a little off the side. Perfect. And like I said, you don't have to trim it out pretty. Nobody's gonna see it. It's gonna get sandwiched in between. And if I want to paint the backing on this, I absolutely positively can. Do I want to paint it in the gold? Do I want to paint it, or the copper? Do I want to paint it in the glitter? What if I just took it and I did it in the copper? And put some down. And again, you can use a paintbrush. I know some of you are going, really, your fingers? Yes, I like inky fingers. They make my heart happy. And a little goes a long way. I should be able to spread this out, so I don't need any more. Okay, so now my back is all painted. The Sizzix product is also pretty quick to dry. Because it's on wood, wood is very porous. Then I can tape this into place. But I clean my fingers first. And you're saying, see, if you had used a paintbrush, you wouldn't have had to clean your fingers. Yeah. All right, let's just put a piece behind. Stacy tape. Peel it off. Perfect. And just like that, I've got my center. Now I can slide. If I don't close, if I only put my adhesive here and leave it open, I'll be able to slide a picture in and out. But like I said, what if you wanted to put a beautiful stamped sentiment in there? What if you have something that's inspirational for somebody, or a poem, or it's up to you what you put in there, really it is, but you want to leave this piece down here. You can paint it with, you can paint that piece down here if you would like, but do not paper it. You don't want that paper to run all the way down. If you do, well, it gets a little tight when you're putting it in the slots. You kind of have to wedge it in there a little bit. So I could put just a little bit. I told you a little goes a long way. A little bit of paint. And that way when you seal it up, it looks finished. So I've got front and back. And I'm almost dry there. Yeah, pretty good, almost dry. Of course, I just stuck my finger in there, but can I get a little bit of paint? Just a little bit. Ooh, too much. Okay. Now what to do with the front? Well, it's entirely up to you what you want to do with the front. Can you put paper on it? Yes. Can you put glitter on it? Yes. What makes your heart happy? It's really up to you. I could come back through, since I did the base very much like this. I could come back through and do the same for the front of my picture. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and grab in, and this time, if it makes your heart happy, I'm using the Aladine. It's a little gray, but I think when I mix it with the copper or the rose gold from Sizzix, it looks great. Okay, so paintbrush. All around, easy to do. Just simple DIY. And I can do the edges. I don't have to worry about getting the back all pretty because of course that's never going to be seen. So I can just get my edges all done. Get my edges inside. And right now we're just working on getting a base done. My edges, all my sides. I haven't added more paint. Like I said, the paint, it tends to go a long way. All right. I think I'm good enough. You get the gist, right? Right. Okay. Now I'm going to come back with a little bit of that rose gold. Let me wash my brush out. I've learned to use a baby wipe as opposed to having water sometimes on my desk because I tend to spill it during the YouTube. It's like, ah! Okay, so let's take a little bit of this. And I'm going to kind of just distress it just like I do. Ooh, that's a lot. Probably more than enough. In fact, I'm probably going to take a little bit of that off just so I don't have so much on my finger. And I'm just kind of gonna rub it here, rub it there. Should have put it here. And just kind of distress my frame. All right, base done. I've got my front. Oh, that does look cute with that color. I've got my back. I've got my stand ready to go. And now you get to start decorating. So I've got these pieces here, and I decided that I was going to start playing with a few of the add-ons. So there's several of them. I mean, I want to say there's 18 of them, but I thought it might be fun to play with a few of these. How about we start with, oh, I don't know, woof, or family, or home. How about, I don't know, family. Let's just grab, well, maybe I'll open a couple of them and see what I like. So this comes family with the little heart. And then I have home. Now I could take the home with the heart and the family with the house. You can interchange them. That's what makes them so ingenious. Here I've got gather. So now I've got gather with the heart, gather with the house. Once you have the little add-ons, how you put them together is entirely up to you. Let's do fall. So now I've got fall in the pumpkin. Maybe we'll start with fall in the pumpkin, or gather in the pumpkin. Oh, too many choices. Too many options. Okay, do you always have to paint these? No, we can use paper. Absolutely, we can use paper to do these. But you're saying, Stacy, I can't do all of those little, I'm not good at that. That doesn't, it's hard for me to get in there. How am I going to do it? So easy peasy. How about we take, I'm looking for color. How about we take, so that one would go well, that one would go well, that one would go really well. Ooh, that one would go really well. How about we start with those? Oh, do I have a white one somewhere, or a really, really white one? Okay. We're gonna go with these. And I think maybe I'll bring the house over. I think for the house, that one would be cute for the house, right? Right. So I'm gonna do the house in this one. Now I'm gonna cover it with paper. And how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna lay the house right on top of my paper. Right on top of my paper. And then I'm gonna get a pen and I'm gonna trace the house out. Now, some of you might think that you would do it this way, No, it's easier for me to do it this way. That way I see what I'm getting, especially if I know that I want a special piece of paper. But I think that that would be okay for the house. Or maybe the green? See, I'm indecisive. Isn't that terrible? I really need to learn not to be so indecisive. Where was that really dark brownie one? That's too gray. Ooh. What do you think? Which one, dark or light? We're gonna go for it. So I'm gonna take my Sharpie and I'm literally gonna trace out. I told you paper's the hardest thing for me. I'm gonna trace out my house. And you're like, oh, this never works for me. I'm never good at this. I'm just gonna trace out my house. And I'm gonna cut my house out. Doesn't matter if I'm exactly on the line or not. Cut my house out. Doesn't have to be perfect. Trust me, you're gonna see why. I just need to get my basic shape out. And that should be about it. Cut in there and get that little piece out. Okay, I got my house. Easy done. I think while we're at it, I'll do my pumpkin. So grab my paper, lay my pumpkin right on top. And just trace out my pumpkin. So if you pre-trace, the kids can cut. Okay, there's my pumpkin. And let's just cut out my pumpkin. So when you're cutting, I usually like to put my elbows on the table. Let me see if I can zoom on back a little bit. Okay, so when I'm cutting, I usually like to put my elbows on the table. And then it keeps me steady. And then my scissors don't move, my paper moves. So I'm gonna turn my paper. I'm gonna try and keep my scissors in the same place. And it's my paper that I'm gonna rotate, not my scissors. By keeping your elbows on the table, it's okay this time you're not at the dinner table with mom and dad. Keeping your elbows on the table and turning your paper, especially when you're doing cuts that are not straight, that require curving. Turn your paper, keep your scissors in the same place. Put your elbows on the table. If my elbows are off the table, I'm automatically wanting to move my scissors. I'm forgetting to move my paper. But if my elbows are on the table, it forces me. My scissors can't move unless I lift my elbow up. So keep your elbows on the table and rotate your paper. You will find that your fussy cutting is so much better if you just put your elbows on the table and rotate your paper. And poof. Okay, now let's glue them down. Where's my house? Hello, house. Let's glue them down. So now I am going to turn them upside down and upside down. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my wood. I'm using Stay Put. This is my Simply Defined glue. It's a great all-purpose glue. It dries crystal clear. It doesn't get lumpy or make your paper have wrinkles in it. So I'm just going to get my glue, spread it around, and it's $3.99 a bottle. The reason it's $3.99 a bottle is because when they first shipped it into me years ago, the label was wrong. They had spelled adhesive. They had spelled it adhesive without the D. So to make it right, they gave it to me for a discounted price. And then, well, I just kind of kept that discounted price. Now, I'm going to put it, let me go back down again. Let me get tighter in. I'm going to lay it right on my paper, and I'm going to kind of center it. So you can see that there's a little bit of white paper around the entire thing. Now Stay Put dries pretty fast. It's just a really nice all-purpose glue. So, put my Stay Put here. Kind of move it around. If you use a paintbrush to do this, you absolutely need to clean that paintbrush immediately. Otherwise, that glue will dry in it. Turn it over and kind of center it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Wipe my fingers off. Close up my bottle. And we're good. Okay, that's not moving. That's pretty good. This one's not moving. It's where it's supposed to be. Now you're saying, but I don't like that white paper around it. I agree. I don't either. And I don't want to see those black marks from where I traced it. Remember I said that that's not going to be an issue? It's not. Go to your local Walgreens, Dwayne Reed, Rite Aid. I don't know what other kind of types of, your local beauty salon or beauty supply store, and get yourself a really heavy emery board, a heavy duty emery board. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. I'm not going to try and take my scissors and go around all of that to pull that off. No, I don't want, that's just too much. It's too hard. I'm going to take my emery board and I'm going to sand that paper right off. Just like you're going to wash that man right out of your hair, you're going to sand that paper right off, and it sands right to the shape. Sand that paper right off. It lets you get into the little corners and the grooves. And I'm just following the line of my design. Sand my paper right off. Did you know it was this easy? Most of you maybe said, yeah, I knew it was that easy. But some of you are like, is that how they get it so close and so perfect? Yes. See, I can get in there. I can get into those corners. I can get in there with here and just sand it down. Keeping the shape of the wood. Because the wood isn't going to sand off easy peasy. But that paper, and it's not an expensive tool. I think we paid $1.25. I think we paid $1.25 for these. See how much paper I need to get off? And remember, it had that black around it from where I drew. Get into that corner and just sand it off. Who knew a nail file could do so much for a crafter? Okay. Done. Easy. Now the sides, all I have to do is take a little bit of my paint and go around the sides. So if I were to take a little bit of my copper here, or it's rose gold, and I just come in there and just right over the top, like it never was even white. You've always wondered how designers get their samples so perfect looking. That's how. They have that little emery board. Can you use a more expensive tool? Sure, I'm sure lots of manufacturers make a type of a sander for paper, but I mean, really, save money where you can save money. You can't make the wood shapes yourself. You can't make the frames, the little plaques and things like that. So if you can save some bucks on an emery board, save it there and spend it on the things you can't. Like you can't make your own rose gold paint. Now the nice thing about the paper from Paper Favorites is that if I get a little bit of it on my paper and I don't want it there, because the paper's got a little bit of a sheen to it, a little bit of a gloss to it, I have time to go in there and literally wipe my paper off without it warping. I mean, I could let it dry. Give it a second. So now I've got all my edges. Who knew that there was any paper there, right? So now it's been there. And I say, oh, I just put my thumbprint in it. Okay. Poof. Because the paper has got a little bit of a sheen to it, a little bit of a coating on top, I can instantly wipe it off. Look at how cute is that pumpkin, right? Okay, let's do the house real quick. So same thing. My glue is glued. I might not have enough on the top. My glue is glued. Now, all I have to do is come in here and start sanding that paper off. Depending on who you are, you can sand it all the way down and all the way off, or like get rid of all of it, or you can leave a little bit of it there, a little bit of white, and I just cover that up with the paint. Oh, I didn't get any glue there. Sand it down. Okay, so now I need to get into that little area. Can you see that little area right there? So I can either take my scissors and kind of make a little slit. Shoop. And then I can take a finer emery board. Boy, I really didn't do a good job gluing this one down. And get in there. And just like that. It's very simple, very easy, really doesn't take much of your time. But if you're trying to freehand a shape, if you're trying to work with something where you don't want to cut it, you can't get right up against it, that's just too darn difficult. Cut it a little bit bigger, and then take your emery board. See that black line that was from my tracing? Gone now. Okay. There. Now my house is done. And I can take my little bit of my black because that's the dark color I have here. And easy peasy. That wasn't hard. You just have to trace, cut, file. I'm not going to try and lay down something and cut the paper so precise, so exact. I'm not that good. That's too hard and too frustrating, honestly, for me. Best thing I ever did was learn, sanding, just sand it right off. You may already have emery boards at home. Maybe not in your crafting supplies, but maybe in your bathroom. Now I got a little bit on there and I don't want it. A little bit of a baby wipe. And off it goes. And if there's a place that's too difficult for you to get in with your finger, little paintbrush. And nobody had to know how you got that paper so darn perfect. I won't tell, but there it is. So now I've got my pumpkin, isn't that so cute? And my house. And my main frame. And my base. And I can put my frame in there. And depending on what I want, there's my little house. Let's get him in there. There we go. My little house, my little frame. And now I need a word. Look how cute is this? Or my little pumpkin. pumpkin. Isn't that so cute? Now I need a word. And I kept home, and I kept family, and I've got gather and fall. So let's play with the words. Let's do, what if we did gather? Or home? No, gather. And what if I used one of the Sizzix colors? What if I use this one? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, nice. And the coverage is amazing. So the fastest way to do something is to do it with the paint or the glitter. If you just want to get it in there, or you've got a time limit, you're working with kids, or you're working with seniors, or your church group, and you've only got so much time and you want them to finish it while they're with you. Maybe you're at a MOPS group and you're doing this, and you've only got, and you've got 45 minutes for a craft. Then the paint and the glitter are the easiest ways, the fastest ways. Cutting the paper takes a little bit longer because there's the sanding. But look at the coverage. And then I can go in and kind of clean out my little areas. And it's up to you if you want to do the front and the back. It's up to you. Whether you want to take the time to do it or not, it's always nicer to finish it if you can, to do both sides. Okay, we'll do the other side since we've done everything else that's in the back, I'll do the back in this. That way it matches the back of the frame. Little bit goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. So let's just put some of the rose gold on the back so it matches the back of the frame. Maybe a little bit more. So the paint is super creamy, and that's why a little goes a long way. If it was really watery and thin, then you would need more paint to accomplish what you're doing. But because both Aladine and Sizzix have made their paint a beautiful creamy base and not as watery as some, less is more. Okay, so I'm going to prop that up and give that a minute to dry, and then I might come back with the yellow right on top of it one more time. And maybe we just do, family here, and super quick. Since that was the color I used for the base and the frame, this will give me a few to play with. And then you're just going to come back with a paintbrush or a Q-tip, and you're just going to clean out the little areas so that you don't have a goop. You don't want to lose the definition. See, there's paint right down there in the middle of the M and the A. I'm just gonna, there we go, just get rid of it. Okay, so done. Come back here, maybe add just a little bit more yellow to this one. It's kind of like a goldenrod yellow, not a sunshine yellow. Definitely a more of a goldenrod yellow. Oh, what do I have in there? Let's get that out. Okay, I think that's cute. So I've got gather on the front, and then on the back I did it in the copper so it matches the back of my frame. And what do we want to do to it now? Do we want to ombre it? Do we want to add some glitter to it? Do we want to add, oh, you know what we can do? We can add some of the, oh yeah, we can add some of the paper glitz. Okay, so what is paper glitz? Well, it's this product by Picket Fence Studios, and it's not thick by any stretch of the imagination. Not thick at all. Look, can you see it rolling around? It definitely has an adhesive element to it. It's like a glue, like a fast drying glue with some glitter in it. Can you use it with stencils? Yes, you can. Can you use it with just painting it on things? Yes, you can. Gosh, maybe I'll do it on this one. What if I came in and I put just a little bit of this over the top? It adds a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of shine without changing the color of your paint. Or, so it's going to add a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of shine here without changing the color of my paint because it dries clear. That means it can go on all of your paper. If you want to add a little bit of a sparkle or a shine, if you're doing flowers or butterflies or dragonflies, and you want a bit of a shine without it changing the color of the paper or without masking the design that's underneath, that's what this does. And it does dry super fast. Oh, you see there, I only did half of it. And you can see the shimmer to it. It's lovely. And I don't know, they make it in colors too. I guess because I am who I am, I really just like the transparent one because I want to put it on top of everything. Can you see the difference? Because I only did half of it. Let's do the other half and finish it. Again, a little goes a long way. This is new. I've never seen this product before. I was playing with it, and well, I saw it in an, I don't know if they had an ad for it or they sent an email for it, and I said, I told myself I really want to play with that, but I don't know what it is, but I can't, until I play with it, I don't know what it does. So we got some in, and then I opened it up, and it was like, oh, because it's not pasty, so it's not thick. Look at it run, which means it just goes on so flippin' easy. And you have total control over it when you paint it onto paper. I love it on paper because it adds just a little shimmer and just a little shine to things. Look at how pretty it is. And it's blingy without being blingy. I mean, it's got bling to it, absolutely. But it's not like bling. And it took that gray from just kind of being here to, ooh, here. And when I put that on it, I think because I added that sheen to it, it's gonna make it pop a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. And then what if we did did I put my hand? I did. Can I put some on here? Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I like the house the way the house is. But what if I took my heart and I did my heart in the copper? And I covered my heart in the copper. So now instead of using paper like I did on the pumpkin and the house, I'm just done. Okay, let's give that a second to dry. And while that has a second to dry, let's play with the gather. And what if I went in with the gather and I took a little bit of the copper and I kind of ombrade it. So I'm taking my finger and I'm just kind of putting it along the bottom of my gather and working it up a little bit. So a little bit here. It's not copper, it's rose gold, but it really is more copper. So I'm not trying to make it look perfect. And I am just using my finger. You could use a sponge if you wanted. But I just kind of want an ombre look. So I'm going to kind of go halfway up. Well, it's a little more than halfway, but okay. So now I've got a little bit going on there. And then what if I took it and added some of my glitter? Maybe we'll just use gold to help really bring it out. How about gold? I've been using copper and all those colors, but no, we'll stick with what we've been doing. How about if I take a little bit of this, and on top of that rose gold, I add just a little bit of glitter. And again, with my finger, just kind of dabbing it on, and I ombre that. So I make a gradation of color. So cute. Baby wipe. There we go. So cute. And if I want to add a little bit more of that rose gold, a little bit down, and I can kind of take it up so it has a little bit of a softer edge. Ooh, too much. You have options. So let's let that dry for a minute. I've got way too much copper right there. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to do my fall in copper. Way too much going on. There we go. Just do my fall and use up that copper. Okay, and then I could do the reverse. I could add a little bit of my yellow. And kind of mix that yellow right in on top of that copper. And if there's something you don't like when you're done, you just paint over it. If you get done and you're like, oh yeah, that doesn't work for me, don't like that at all, that's fine. You just paint over it. So I'm just adding that yellow. And the bottom I don't care too much about, but I'd like it to kind of soften as I get to the top. So I just kind of soften it out with my fingers. Make kind of a soft edge. And then I've got all of this glitter left. And I just put this towards the bottom. Done. Cute. You want more yellow? Get more yellow. Done. Easy to do. Now I have this one, my heart. Oh, and I still have my, well, no, my gather's looking really good. My gather's looking really good. What if I took that glaze and I softened, I added just a bit of shimmer. Gosh, I keep going back and forth between them. Ooh. What if I took that shimmer and went right on top of the yellow? Just on the yellow. It's bling without bling, that is for sure. It's definitely more of a shimmer than it is anything else. How pretty. It's all about using what makes your heart happy. And if you don't like it, I could paint over this whole thing and just start again. Love this Picket Fence Studios. Well done. This paper glaze. I think they have it in multiple colors, but I think that this would be always my go-to because I can use it. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Can you see it? It's so pretty. Love it with the Aladine and the IZink diamond and the scissor, and you just layered and layered and layered, and then you can bring it up and look at the fall and my pumpkin. Gosh, I could take a little bit of that glitter. How about I go a little bit, maybe I go a little bit, yeah, I go a little bit darker, a little bit lighter in that glitter. Put a little bit of the glitter down. And I could just dab it kind of around my pumpkin. Just kind of around my pumpkin on the outside. Not a lot. Just add a little something to it. Just a little something to it. Not a lot. And then I could go in with the green. So when you're opening up your glitter, give it a schmooze. Give it a little bit of a workout. Maybe a little bit of my green. Oh, so cute. A little bit, come on, just a little bit. Ah, isn't that cute? And then you start to build. Oh, I haven't done anything with this one yet. What do I want to do with this one? Gosh, I don't even know. What if we took this one in a totally different direction? What if we put a little bit of the glue, the kind of a, I think that's bluey enough? Or the teal? Ooh, I don't know. Let's try this one. I just put a little bit of the blue glitter all around it, just to break up. Not a lot. Oh, it looks pretty with the blue. Isn't that beautiful? And it's already dry. It's dry. Lid. And then maybe, hey, a little bit of gold. And the gold just around the edge. Just kind of break up the copper and the, how cute are these? Kids will go crazy. They'll have the best time doing these. And then it's a wonderful little gift like last week. These are perfect gifts. They've got the little add-ons for puppies and for cats and for Halloween and for Christmas and for fall and for spring and for friends. And you could get a frame for somebody and start it, and then every now and then make them a new add-on that they can change out and use. So let's see, and I didn't do anything to my little house. I feel so bad about my little house, but it is what it is. Let's see, let's grab everything and try and put some things together. So I'm gonna take, and for interest of time, I probably could have glued it down already, but for interest of time, ooh, I've got lids everywhere. Ooh, lids everywhere. Let's try and close some of these up and seal them really tight. Remember, when you're opening up a new IZink, no matter what it is, give it a squish, 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 squish. And with the paper glaze, when you open it up, every time you open it up, shake, 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 because that glitter is on the bottom and it needs to incorporate itself into that adhesive. Oh, but it's so pretty. Look at how cute. So for the interest of time, I am going to, I'm still missing lids. Just tape my frame right on. So I'm just going to use some Stacy tape. Wipe up my mess. Kind of killed me a little bit right there not to use that. Just don't want to get my stuff in it. All right, that should be good. Okay, wipe up my mess. A little bit of Stacy tape on the back of my frame. You would use glue. Stacy tape will hold it. It will hold it. I would absolutely only do 3 sides because you want to be able to slip your picture in if you're doing a picture. Otherwise, if you're stamping a beautiful sentiment in there or putting in a decoupage piece or flowers, or I mean, these would be darling for your tables if you're getting married and you've got seating tables and you need to tell them what table to go to. They're just really nice. Okay. Then I can bring over my base. And again, I can use both of them. I can use one of them. It's really up to me. So I've got my family, I've got my fall, I've got my gather. I can put my frame right on in. I could put my house right on, well, I could put my house over here. And I could put my gather right there. Oh, I like it. I do. Or if I don't want my gather, I can put my family right there. And if I don't like my house, I can put my heart right there. And if I don't want my family, I can put my gather right there. And if I don't like my heart, I can put my pumpkin. Well, I could move this way if I wanted that this way. I can put my pumpkin right there. I could move my frame in the middle. You have options. You have so many options. I can leave my pumpkin there and put my fall over here. I could take my heart or my house and glue my house up here. There's so much that can be done. I could take my fall and glue my fall up here at the top and then have my house or have my gather and my fall. What do you want to do? You name it. It's all there for you. And this wasn't hard. And it didn't take, there was no special tools or equipment or something that is so out of the norm that you may not already have it in your crafty stash. I mean, I could take my home and I could do my home in the blue. I could just do home in the blue glitter if I wanted. Ooh, do I have a pretty blue? Well, I do. I've got beautiful, the paints are beautiful. So I want to paint and then add the glitter. Are you getting the idea? If you don't want this one, pop that out. I could have done all of this using the Scallop Frame. Or I could have done all of this using the square frame. I could take the square frame. Okay, that would be darling to glue on the square frame up at the top. You could put it right over the front, or you could put it right on the top. You could probably even, if you put a picture in there, you could probably even open these and kind of glue that right in there. It's up to you. It really is up to you and what works for you and what you want it to look like and what you may want it to look like today, because you can change it. All you have to do is buy the add-ons and paint them in the colors that make your heart happy. I could have kept it very generic. Gosh, I could have done like a white base and a white, keep it very subtle. And that way I could have changed the frame or the add-ons no matter what these look like all throughout the year if I just kept it very simple. I don't know, there's so much to be done. And when you're getting this piece for $8, that's a holy smokes artichokes. And then what you do with it, entirely up to you. Where's my fall? Anybody see my fall? Oh, thank you. It's really up to you. It's a wonderful craft that you can do with the family. It's almost like making the gingerbread houses at Christmas with your kids. You get the family together and grandma and papa and mom and dad and the kids, and they all have their own little gingerbread house that you got at the grocery store. They come in the kits, or Walmart, or wherever you go to shop. This is just like the same thing, only these last forever. The gingerbread house after Christmas is gone. Of course, my kids ate most of the decorations, but I mean, let's just be real. But these are something that you can do in that same vein that will last. Oh, that one's too big. It's gonna have to go this way. I hope that you see why I was so excited about this product, because there was just so many options. Look at that. That looks beautiful with that shimmer on the top. Oh my gosh. Love it. What if we just did home in nothing but shimmer? What if we just left it plain wood? Just plain. What will happen? Plain wood with just the shimmer. Holy smokes, this stuff. It's on and it's dry. Just the wood. I hope it picks up the sheen of that. Great little product. Water soluble, non-toxic. Wipes up easy peasy. Dries super fast. Make sure you wash your brush. Otherwise, that's the end of your brush. That definitely has some adhesive in it. There's no question about it. It dries too fast and too strong to not have some sort of an adhesive in it. What if I brought that and the home and my little house. And I just left it natural. Oh, that's so cute too. Look at the sheen on it. That's so cute. Okay. All right. So, holy smokes, what did we do today? We did a lot. We learned, look at beautiful coverage with the IZink diamond. I mean, okay, if that was Stickles, you still wouldn't be able to do this, but this was dry about 2 minutes after I put it on. We learned about Sizzix Paint and Aladine and their diamond glitter and their natural, beautiful natural paints, which go so well with the new Sizzix Paint. In fact, I'm going to show you. So we did that. We ombre'd and we mixed mediums and we played and we learned how to cut paper. We don't have to try and get it to the exact size when we're cutting it. No, get yourself an inexpensive emery board and just let it happen. You'll see how easy it is to do that. And look you get the perfect shape every time because you're just filing down. And then you just color the edges and bam, poof, done. Nobody has to know that it was that easy to add that paper to it. They don't. I would finish the backs. That's me. Hello. I would finish the backs. See, it looks much better when you finish the backs, but that's me. So, emery board, your newfound friend. Who knew? Could you do the letters in paper? Absolutely. Same thing. You're going to trace it out. You're going to trace it out, cut it out, glue it down, and then with your emery board. And you may need a smaller one to get into some of these places. It's okay. They're like $1 at the dollar store. Go buy yourself a few. It's all right. It will make your life so much easier. But blending the glitters and the paints and the new paper glaze that is just absolutely yummy. I will tell you, I'm going to use this again. I didn't intend on using it for this YouTube. There's a YouTube in August, and I know what I'm doing. It's my design, it's my product, and this is meant to go with it. Did not know that it was meant to go with it until I saw it, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. But I thought for this YouTube as well, because it's just, look at how pretty. So, mix and match, whatever makes your heart happy. Make it your own. Give it away, keep it. Look I can use just the one base. I don't have to have the bottom base. Or I could use just the bottom base and not have the top. Okay, get in there. I could use just that base and not use this one. Interchange them. You could get a couple of these with a couple different, they each come with a base and a frame. You could paint them differently and then interchange them throughout the year. It's whatever works best for you. Shall we put him over here? Move him in the center. Maybe move family over here. Maybe move pumpkin over here. And I didn't even use the top one. Okay, so I want to show you the difference between, oh my gosh. I want to show you the difference between the Aladine paint and the Sizzix paint. So we did color swatches. So here is the Aladine. So you've got their silver, their gold, and their copper, and then their colors. Okay. Now you have the Sizzix colors. Again, the silver, the gold, and their rose gold. And I want you to see the difference. You would think that all silvers and all golds and all rose golds or copper are the same. Maybe I can zoom this back. They are not. So you've got Sizzix gold versus Aladine's gold. Now you've got a soft gold and like an Egyptian gold. The silvers have a different sheen to them. The coppers and the rose gold are dramatically different. But then the colors inside are also different. Here you've got the Aladine and here you've got the Sizzix. The colors don't overlap. Even the blacks are different. One is ebony and it's a softer black. One is black from Sizzix and it's a black black. The whites are different. The white from Sizzix, it's a white white. The white from Aladine is a softer white. The blues are different. The greens are different. So when I looked at the colors, I didn't want to step on Keep It Cool Kevin's toes because his product is amazing. But Victorious Victor brought in colors that we didn't have, that Aladine doesn't have. So now I feel like I've got a well-rounded palette for you from two amazing companies that treat us so well, that treat our customers so well, that look after my business and I mean something to them. That's important. You mean something to them, and that's important. So what do we have on sale? Well, we have the paper Glitz, which is the Picket Fence Studios product. It's only one. There's only one SKU. That's the only one we're bringing in. Love it. 20% off. Then we have the Sizzix paints. And because they're new, I did the I Want It All bundle. There's 15 colors. I did the I Want It All bundle at 30% off because they're brand new to us. We've never had them before. Or if you just want to pick out random colors, they're 20% off. We did the IZink Diamond Glitter at 20% off, although I think many of you already have some of this in your stash. We did the natural paint from IZink at 20% off in all the colors. Absolutely. Then we have the paper that I used today, and I didn't even get to use all of it. I've got Paper Favorites, which is just yummy. So they've got new Slimline and new 6x6. This is Vintage Music. I didn't even get to use that one today. I did use this, the Distressed Wood. For fall, for holiday, for a rustic winter or a cozy Christmas, this is a winter chicken dinner. I did use the polka dots. Love the pastel dots. Okay, winter chicken dinner. I don't know if this one's as new as I think it is. But then I also love Crossroads because it's like a pattern inside a pattern. They're little alphabets, but they don't look like it. It's very beautiful. I love it. So that's all on sale, 20% off. And then we've got from Clear Scraps. So like I had said, there's three bases. Each one comes with a frame and then the large and small slatted slot for your frame and your add-ons. Doesn't matter which frame you get, they come with the exact same oval base. They retail for $10, on sale 20% off. So if you like the square, the bracket, or the scallop, and then I did an I want it all. Just in case you wanted to try one of each, I put all three of them together in an I want it all. After that, we have all of the add-ons, and there are lots of them. I have friends. Wait till you see the friends. Oh my gosh. SMS girl Renee did it so cute. I've got school, family, boo. Wait till you see the sample with the boo. Fall, I use today. Home, I use today. Spring. Woof, it is so cute. This one's got the canning jar and the word welcome. This one is magic for Disney. Wait till you see the sample. So it's got the word magic and, well, what looks like magic ears. You've got a spooky, the word spooky with the bat. You've got summer with the flip-flops. You've got blessed with the truck. Word blessed is in there with the truck. Meow with the kitty cat silhouette. Gather with the little pull, the little wagon. Winter with the snowflake. And Christmas with the Christmas tree. Okay, I'm gonna try and show you these samples as best as I can. Just stay with me and know that I'm doing my best, because these are a little challenging because they're interchangeable. So the way the girls made them is that, so here is a white base, and I want you to see I distressed that base by wiping off half the white paint. So I had white paint here all the way around. In fact, I might even be able to get this off. No. So I had white paint, and I just took my baby wipe and went in there and peeled up some of it, just pulled up. So I had kind of a white distressed base. And that's what I'm saying, if you had a basic base, you can mix and match. So here I have for school. And take school out. And put Christmas in. I didn't change the base or the frame. Now I've got for Christmas. Christmas, no. Winter, yes. Snowflake, yes. Winter, no. Christmas, yes. Christmas and winter are over. We're back at school. Mom and dads are going wahoo kachoo, and back to school. Then I have, well, you know what? I think I am going to grab this base. There, now you can see I distressed that base just by taking the white paint, and when I was all done with the paint, I just took a baby wipe and wiped some of it up, giving me a distressed look. So let's do this one. So base, so line it up. I've got my frame, and now I have got spring. Okay, but we're done with spring. Not changing my I'm not changing my base or my frame. And now we go to, remove that. And maybe I put that one there. And my flip-flops there. Now we move to summer. See, and that's got the sheen on it. See the sheen, and this one's got the glitter on it. Summer. Spring's over. Now it's time for summer. But maybe, nope, I want to leave that there. Maybe what you really want to do is leave it for your friend. Maybe you want to make something for your best friend. How cute is that? That's done with the IZink Diamond Glitter. Didn't Renee do an amazing job on that, doing that ombre all the way across? How cute is that, right? But maybe you don't like that flower. Maybe you like that flower. Or maybe you guys are into going to the beach. You get it? You see how easy these are? Okay, I'm going to keep my base because I'm liking my base. Then Sarah, SMS girl Sarah, put this one together. Meow. Is that darling? It's a Halloween meow. But again, you could take your pieces out and mix and match however you want. Entirely up to you. And then I have the fall, and I think maybe is that the same size? Oh, it is. Darn it, I was thinking I might be able to, I might take that one. Oh, maybe well, okay, so here we've used just the large base. And you've got Blessed and the truck and the square frame. But then I could pop this out and pop that out. And now, using the same frame and the same base, I could be woof. Look at how cute is that? Right? They're upside down. Let's do it right. So I'm going to move this there. Maybe I'll put this there. And put the bone. Nope, it's got to go to the back. I think I'm going to like it back here better. And my woof there. My bone over a little bit. Look how cute are they? Or I could take and put my bone in the center and move my frame in the center and put my woof up here. So stinking cute. But remember, it started with a truck and a Blessed. Now we went to woof, and then we end with fall. Oh, I didn't put it in there very good. So we've made bases that are doing at least three different of the add-ons, where we've made one base and one frame, and then three different add-ons to make it all work. So with this one, I had the Blessed and the truck, I had the woof and the bone, and I have the fall. And if I wanted to, I could then come in And this is the one I made while we were teaching. And now I could do the double. And now I've got the double frame on the bottom, the double stand. Super cute. Same thing. Put in the wolf. Put in my darling little bone. Okay. Then I have, oh my gosh. Okay, so then I have, well, let's break it up. Then I have a card, family, that you can then take the family off. You can have magnets on the back of it. And when they're done with the card, we use the family out of the wood. When they're done with the card, they've got a magnet for their refrigerator to put a picture of their family. Or, look at the heart. So cute. Couple cards, yes. Okay, back to, so here we've got, ooh, I hope I can figure these out. Here we've got the base. So here's the home. That means I must have the word home here. How cute is that? Then I can take home out, or I could leave the home in and put the family with it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that great? Or I could take the home out and put the heart in. Oh, isn't that great? Or I could take the family out and put the gather in. So I haven't changed my frame or my base at all. Or I can take the heart out and put the little jar in with the gather. Or I could take the jar out and put the cute little wagon in with gather. Or I could take the gather out and put the home back in. It's all about what you want to do. You have options. Lots of them. Okay, then I have, look at how beautiful is this. So I've got the fall. I've got both bases. My fall wants to fall. Come on. There we go. I've got both bases. I've added the raffia and the twine and used paper to do the frame. I've got it edged, you know, painted down here with a little bit of a shadow. I've got paper going on here. Look at how cute is that. And then I have got magical look at how darling is this, right? If I want, I can even, there we go. I can really spread. Look at how cute is that. pull this one over more. You can do this. This is just absolutely darling. Magical. And it is. Frame was done with the paper, just with your with your emery board. Just paint, a little bit of glitter down the center to separate it. You've got it. And then last but not least, oh my gosh, you could do, so I could take the spooky out and him out, and I could put the boo in. The boo is fabulous. Put the boo in, and then our little ghost. That boo is great. Right? I could take the boo out. I could put the spooky in and leave my little ghost. I could take the boo out and put my bat in. I could put my bat up here. I could put my bat up here. I could put my spooky up here and have my bat here and my ghost here. Really just depends what you want to do. I could put my boo up there. Spooky looks really good up there. I could have my ghost coming off my frame. All up to you. What options aplenty. I said there'd be lots of options in this class, and I really did mean it. So I think, I think he goes, he's got glitter on one side. I think he goes with the boo. And the bat goes with the spooky. And he's got the shimmer from the paper glitz on him. All right. Well, I got through those samples. that was different for me. That for sure was different. I'm used to having cards and some layouts and some altered art or mixed media, but that was all interactive and interchanging, and the girls did such a good job. And I just think that this is a great project. It will make whomever you give it to so happy. And if you keep them for yourself, think about how fun it would be to interchange them through the season, throughout the year. Oh my gosh, you could do it, like I said. Kids can do it, so maybe that's their craft a month, maybe once a month, because boy, arts in school arts and music in school are hard to come by. Really hard to come by. So maybe you have art at home once a month for your kids or your grandkids or your nieces or your nephews, and it gives you the opportunity. It takes me back to making cookies with my mom when we actually spent time together, and it just means so much. And I know that these are fun, easy projects that you can add to it over the year, and you can keep them forever. They don't go bad. They're not a gingerbread house. But how fun would that be to sit down with everybody and have everybody do one when you're having them over, or the kids or mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and the kids, and you do it instead of, you do gingerbread houses another day. It's family time. It's good, wholesome, clean fun and family time. And boy, there's never too much of good, wholesome, clean, fun family time. Not in my book. You can never get too much of that. All right, where are you going to find all of this product? Well, gosh, none of it's exclusive to us, so you absolutely can shop wherever it makes your heart happy, without question. We have it all on a YouTube Yummy sale. So it's here on sale, but if you have a local independent store to shop at, I encourage you to go visit a local small independent store. Otherwise, we appreciate you shopping with us. We're doing our best to get things out as quickly as possible, and we're doing our best to get our store opened as soon as we can. So thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your goodwill, and you're spending the last 2 hours and, I don't know, 15 minutes with me. It's been a joy. It is always a joy, and I look forward to it every single week. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'll see you next week. Bye.